Hello everyone, my name is Marty and welcome to my channel. Today I am participating in a wonderful open collab, #PreservedFresh. Lisa from Yogi Hollow Farm is the host. I am really enjoying being in this open collab. It doesn't have an end date at all for it, which is wonderful. So whenever I catch a deal on produce, whether it's vegetables or fruit, I grab them, videotape what I'm doing with them. I know, Stevie, and you've been helping me, coach me along, and I've been coming up with different ways of preserving or different recipes because I am so inspired. Plus I am putting, oh my goodness, plus I'm putting more away of this fresh produce. Steve, you got a lot to say this evening. Oh, come join me in my kitchen. I bought 18 cobs of corn at 15 cents a piece. I've already taken the husks off of 6, and I'm going to be blanching 6 at a time for the freezer. So once the water comes up to a boil, I got to time it for 3 minutes, and then I'll shock it in cold water and prepare it for the freezer. So the 3 minutes are up for blanching, and I put these 6 cobs in cold water, and they're being shocked right now to stop the cooking process before I take the kernels off the cob. Last 6 cobs of corn going in the water. I'm on the home stretch now. I cut the end piece off first, then I hold it with this hand and I slice from top to bottom. So I just use a sawing motion back and forth, and very quickly comes off. It's way more effective than a French knife. The teeth bite into the cob and it stays very secure. It's my favorite way to take it off. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? Then I just take my wide mouth funnel into a bag and find a bowl or a jar or something that it will plop down into, and that just catches on the edge. You don't have to overthink it and get it too complicated, just whatever works. Drop it in. Don't worry about it being in clumps because that's going to come apart when you put it in your soups, stir fries, or putting it into a pot to heat it up, as this is going into the freezer. Oh, look at how easy that was. And now this is 2 cobs of corn. I might do 3. My chickens are going to enjoy that. And when I break the ends off to put them into the pot, I make sure I have enough to hang on to, and that keeps my fingers clear. And you kind of just enough pressure that you glide along the corn cob itself. Slippery there. Almost does 4. Now, growing up, my mom had a wooden cutting board, and she would run a screw or a nail through the other side, and you just plucked it on there and it wouldn't slip. And that's a great tip. probably one of those little round silicone pads that you can get at the dollar store, and has like a zigzag in it, and it's for opening up a jar. It would probably bite into the end of the corn nicely. There, so 3. I was curious to see. There we go. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, and I don't have a vacuum sealer, so what I do is I basically squish it down, or it actually pushes all the air out. Like, I do buy frozen corn, but I try not to. And as part of Preserve Fresh, let's try to get as many bags as we can into the freezer, which means less trips to the grocery store. And it's nice to have corn that you've done yourself, even though I didn't grow it. And don't forget, guys, put a towel under your cutting board. When I was cutting the first couple of crops, I forgot to do that. And it was the board that was slipping, not so much the corn, because this is a textured board. I bought it because of the texture on it, so it would be secure for things like that. And look how stable that is. So I'm curious how much this weighs. I put 11 cobs in there. 3 pounds, 15 ounces. Almost 4 pounds. That's pretty good. That's about a pound a bag. So this 2 kg bag of whole kernel corn that I bought at the grocery store weighs 4 pounds, 6 ounces, 6.9, almost 4.7 pounds. So if I would have had one more bag, let's see, yep, basically, maybe this one's a little heavier. Yeah, that one's a little heavier. If I would have had one more bag, that would have been 5 bags. So there's 3, 6, 9, 11. This one's a little lighter. We're looking at 45 cents a bag. So that's 45, that's 90, that's $1.35. And 2 more would be $1.65. Wow, that's crazy. $1.65. And if we would have had, like I said, another bag like this, which would be 3 in there, you're looking at $2. This here, this bag, cost me $6 and change at the No Frills store, which is a really good deal. Like, for a vegetable, you know, if you don't have time to do all of what I just did, which wasn't a whole lot. I did it while I was making supper, and I cooked all this off, had it cool, we ate dinner, I cleaned up, I come back and went to work. Couldn't get any easier than that. You just have to plan how you're going to do it. But what a huge savings. That's $4 savings for this. So obviously, if I grew a lot of corn, I could conceivably have, you know, how many bags of these here, plus one more, obviously, to make up for it. Or if that one bag actually had 3 in it, not 2, of fresh corn. That's incredible. And this is how I grew up. We had a huge garden, always had lots of corn. We did down a lot of corn. We froze all of it. And growing up, it didn't cost anything for bags because Mom would save all the quart bags for the milk and wash them out. And she would save them all year, and all our frozen vegetables went in those bags. And I'm still here, so it was fine. So it looks really good. Well, I'm hoping when I go back to the store they still have some, because it would still be worth it even if it was 25 cents or 30 cents. Because 30, 60, 90, that's $1 a bag. It would be well worth doing some more. I have a huge bowl of peaches. They've been double washed and ready to go into the Ziploc bags. I'm just going to cut them in slices, and we can put that into pies or apple crisp for the winter time. And here I have 2, 4, 6, 8 bags of peaches, and there's 4 to 5 peaches in every bag. It's amazing what you can get in there once the pits are gone. I chose to leave the skin on. The grandchildren do enjoy having that on there. And this is going to make a wonderful peach crisp, or put it into a pie, or on top of pancakes. There's so many uses I will have for this during the winter. So kudos to Lisa for a great collab, Preserve Fresh, because that really pushed me just a little bit more to be thinking about the many ways I could be preserving wonderful deals on fresh produce. So I put them in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, marked what type of peaches they are, with the skins on, they're fresh, the month and the year, ready to go in the freezer. And a really big thank you to Lisa at Yogi Hollow Farms for this wonderful collab, #Preserve Fresh. And if you want to join in the fun, that's all you do is use her hashtag, mention Lisa as the host, and put at Yogi Hollow Farm somewhere in the description, and she'll put you in the playlist. So if you like this video and you want to see more content like this, hit like, subscribe, and please share out my video, and it helps my little channel grow.